Welcome to Anara healing space for you. Here we walk together on the path of peace and clarity, guided by the timeless wisdom of the Buddha. Today, we will explore 10 Buddhist ways to let go of expectations. Expectations often arise when we want life to follow our plans or when we hope others will behave as we wish. But the Buddha reminds us that clinging to expectations is a subtle cause of suffering. By practicing mindfulness and non-attachment, we can release these burdens and discover true freedom of mind. 1. Recognize expectations as illusions. Expectations are like mirages in the desert. They seem real, but when we chase after them, we only exhaust ourselves. The first practice is simply to recognize this is an expectation. When you notice yourself expecting others to act in certain ways, or hoping life will unfold exactly as planned, pause and acknowledge it. By naming the expectation, you shine the light of awareness upon it. Once you see it clearly, it begins to lose its grip. Life is not obligated to satisfy your hopes, and this realization already brings freedom. 2. Observe impermanence. Expectations are based on the idea that things will remain fixed. But the Buddha taught impermanence. Everything changes. People shift. Conditions evolve. And life flows like a river. When you expect permanence in an impermanent world, disappointment is certain. Instead, practice seeing each moment as fresh and fleeting. Embrace change as a teacher, not an enemy. Impermanence frees you from unrealistic demands, showing you that joy is possible only when you flow with life, not against it. 3. Mindfulness of the present. Most expectations are rooted in the future. What will happen, how it should unfold. The Buddha guided us back to the present. Mindfulness is the antidote to expectation. As you breathe, walk, or eat with awareness, you rest in what is real right now. When you are fully present, expectations lose their power, because you are no longer lost in what should be. True happiness arises not from a future outcome, but from the depth of this very moment. 4. Release control over others. The Buddha reminded us that each person has their own karma and their own path. When we expect others to think, speak, or behave according to our desires, we create suffering for both them and ourselves. Instead, practice letting go of the need to control. Respect the freedom of others. Allow them to be who they are, and learn to accept differences. When we stop expecting people to fit our image, relationships become lighter and more peaceful. True love is built on understanding, not control. 5. Cultivate contentment. Expectations often come from dissatisfaction with the present moment. We think happiness will arrive only when something else happens. But the Buddha taught the practice of contentment, to appreciate what we already have. When you stop running after what is not yet here, you begin to see the abundance already present. Gratitude dissolves the craving of expectation. By saying silently, This moment is enough. I am enough. You nurture happiness right where you stand. 6. Practice letting go in small ways. Letting go is a skill we develop gradually. Start with small expectations. A meal may not taste as you hoped. The weather may not match your plans. Instead of reacting with irritation, smile and let it be. Each time you release a small expectation, you train your mind to loosen its grip. Over time, this practice expands to larger areas of life. The Buddha compared training the mind to taming a wild animal. Patient, gentle steps bring lasting results. 7. Reflect on the nature of desire. Expectations are born from desire, and desire is endless. The Buddha explained that craving leads to suffering because it never truly satisfies. When one wish is fulfilled, another quickly arises. By reflecting deeply, we see the futility of chasing endless desires. Instead, we cultivate the wisdom of enough. Understanding the nature of desire helps us step off the wheel of constant wanting. In this freedom, we discover a more stable and lasting joy. 8. Practice patience and acceptance. The Buddha taught that patience is one of the greatest virtues. Expectations often make us impatient, wanting life to unfold immediately according to our wishes. But when we cultivate patience, we learn to trust the natural rhythm of life. Acceptance does not mean resignation. It means opening the heart to reality as it is. By practicing patience, we stop fighting against what is and discover peace in allowing things to unfold in their own time. 9. Transform expectations into intentions. Expectations are rigid, but intentions are flexible. The Buddha encouraged us to set wholesome intentions without clinging to outcomes. For example, you may intend to practice kindness, but not demand that others respond in a certain way. You may intend to work diligently, but not expect guaranteed results. When you shift from expectation to intention, you remain committed to effort while letting go of attachment. This balance brings both clarity and freedom. 10. Trust the Dharma. Trust the path. Ultimately, letting go of expectations means trusting the Dharma, the universal truth taught by the Buddha. Life may not follow your plans, but it always offers lessons for growth. By trusting the path, you no longer measure happiness by outcomes. You rest in faith that each moment, pleasant or difficult, is part of your awakening. This trust frees you from the prison of expectation and opens you to a deeper joy, the joy of simply being. Dear friends, expectations are like invisible chains that bind the mind. When we cling to them, we suffer. When we release them, we breathe freely. The Buddha's teachings guide us step by step, recognizing illusions, embracing impermanence, practicing mindfulness, patience, and compassion. Every time we let go of an expectation, we return to the spaciousness of the present moment. Remember, life is always flowing, never fixed. The more we trust in this flow, the lighter our journey becomes. Freedom does not come from controlling the future, but from opening our hearts to the present. When we live without clinging, we discover that joy has always been here, waiting for us in each breath. May these 10 ways help you walk lighter, with freedom in your heart and peace in your mind. May they also inspire you to share kindness and understanding with those around you, so that together we create a world of compassion and harmony. Namaste.